Farmer Full Smoke, House Arrest TV. A new guest tonight, Moreburn Music, Mr. Hookup.
LES.
LES. They're gonna talk about Moreburn Music. So what does the site, why is it so important for the industry?
LES? Well, basically I've seen a lot of artists come through Montreal, you know, drop things, drop off the face of the planet, come and go, and I just wanted to have a place, or we just felt like we needed a place where the artists could put their material, where the artists could have just another outlet, because we don't have an urban station here, right?
Yeah.
You know, so we just felt like in this era where everything is online and you have your YouTubes, your MySpace, your Facebook, we wanted one place where every Montreal artist could just put their stuff and the people can have a voice and a way to connect with them and see really what's hot, you know, and not just based on what your boys say, but what the whole city has to say about people. So that's what we wanted to do with the site.
Okay, so what's the difference between Moreburn and Mr. Hookups? Because you already had like a website, so why switch?
The thing that I realize, and I think a lot of people have to probably realize the same thing as well, is that it's really tough to do something by yourself. You know, you need a team around you. You need, the more people you have around you, the more success you're gonna have. So I mean, I was doing Mr. Hookups for a minute. You know, I was having some success with it, but I realized that, you know, in order to build, especially in Montreal, you gotta align yourself with people that think the same way that you do. People that want to be successful as well. So I said, boy, LES hollered at me and said, I see what you're doing. You know, do you want to start and do this project? And I said yes, because, you know, the only way you're gonna be successful is if you put your ego aside and you look at the greater good. You know, what's more important, you know? You wanna try to do everything by yourself, or you wanna just see what he's doing, instead of you guys fighting each other from a distance, you come together and do something big.
Okay,
so
what would make the industry from Montreal as competitive as the one from Toronto right now? What's missing from the scene right now? Like, what are you guys seeing that we need to do as an artist, producers, DJ, promoters, like whatever, like, because there's no star system here, like there's no
there's no structure. Right?
Exactly.
There's no structure to the game, and one of the things that I say, first of all, is professionalism. Artists just need to be more professional. They need to stay on their grind. They need to be more focused. So once they get that focus in, so now, and they start bringing the music to us, like I said, now you can see how you compare to, say, you know, actually I don't even want to name any names on this, but you can see how you compare to a so-called hot artist in the city, as opposed to just, you know, listening to what your boys say, right? Because everybody has their voice behind them that could be like, oh, yo, that's crazy, that's fire, or whatever. But to really be competitive, like on a global scale, like we really got to come together and support each other in trying to, you know, put out the best possible material.
So what's a good song? And no, what is a good song and what is a bad song?
It's a good song. I think the easiest way to call it something a bad song is fake.
Yeah.
If you're just lying for, you know.
You already know.
Yeah. If you're lying for 48
Fruity
bars.
Loop, it's only good when your name is Night Wonder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you talk about driving a Benz and then you're making this kind of money, you know, I mean, there's only a few guys in Montreal making money off what they're doing in rapping, you know, and it's, you know, could say they could be SP's making money off what he's doing. Gotta respect MP. Impost is making money off what he's doing. That's good too. But I mean, anyone else, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, I really don't see anybody else living off what they're doing right now. You know what I mean, in Montreal. I mean, it's not a diss to anybody, but it's just real. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? So hopefully we could try to change that. We just gotta put light on the talent that we have in Montreal.
I think what's missing is the artists. They want to be rappers, but they don't want to be businessmen.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know nothing about publishing and royalties and BDS and, you know, like all that. Like, they just want to be heard, but they don't know about how to go get the money to actually be living off like rap music or hip hop or R&B or whatever, you know. So that's basically what's missing.
Well, that's the part where we're saying too. You gotta have a team around you. You know, you have to have one dude that takes care of this. A guy, people that look out. It's a project. It's a business. You look at yourself as an artist and you say, okay, what do I need to do to be successful? Okay, how do I look? How I look? How am I gonna be on stage if I'm rapping against this dude or whatever? How am I gonna interact? You know, it's like, I mean, you could tell them. You see how some dudes are. Some dudes could sound nice on a mix, but then you put them up and then.
Yeah, the show is weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
When you you gotta be real.
Okay, so anybody would go like to morbidmusic.com, what can we expect from the site?
Well, we're definitely going to try to push artists as much as we can. And like I said, we're trying to centralize everything. Because when you have your own page, your MySpace, you get your hits, or your Facebook, you get your hits. But you're in your own little world right there. So we're trying to bring, like I said, we're trying to bring everybody together. So, I mean, we'll do what we can to help push the artists, whether it's, just not just in Montreal, but abroad. We'll try to get them connected with the right people. And because now we have a community where everybody's together now, so now this artist, now he could hook up with this producer who just caught your thing on the site, or he could hook up with this manager who just caught your thing on the site, or this promoter. Now we're all together and we're all feeding and building with each other. So that's the goal. That's the goal of this.
And now let's talk about the top 10. People are talking.
We could talk about
Oh my God, this top 10 is hot. Like, speak on that.
Well, I mean, what I really want to happen with the top 10 is like we had decided that we're going to get the top hottest songs that we think. It's not necessarily the newest songs. We don't want to focus too much on the new. We just want to focus on what's hot. What do people like, right? So we put together this list and we put it out there for people to vote on it. Listen to the tracks and then vote on it and then tell us why you like this track or why you don't like this track. So that's what we're trying to do.
See a little competition weeks.
But that's good.
It's good for the sport.
Yeah.
I like it. That's why I like this list. That's why I'm talking about the list, because it's hot. Like, everybody's like going crazy right now for the list. Like, they're like, yo,
Yeah, because the last top 10 we had two songs that did really well. We had Magnum had a song that did really well. Malicious had a song that did really well, and there was a little bit of like a friction there.
Yeah, because they already had like a little history.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all good because I mean, if one guy gets and the other guy does, that means the next guy's gonna work that much harder to get it the next time, and maybe another dude's gonna come up from underneath that we didn't even talk about and take over. For instance, right now Troy Dunnett's killing everybody. So I mean.
Yeah, like the goal of the site also too is to just motivate people. So now that people have something to reach for, now it's like, no, I'm hotter than these dudes. Like, I'm not top 10. Are you crazy? Listen to these bars. Like, that's another goal of the site, just to help elevate the level of talent in the city.
So you heard it from the men themselves, Morbid